Coach, we find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Denver Broncos. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Eight yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's Elliott.
You ain't going nowhere.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Now a first down run is sniffed out from the start as he'll drop him for a loss of 4. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 2nd and 14. The play fake. He'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Pilot, 64, read. Get it.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And some room to work. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Ready. 50, slant.
On first down, right back to Lindsey. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Watch the screen.
On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. First carry of the game here for Royce Freeman. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And the Cowboys here on third down bringing in an extra defensive back. Throwing his lock on third down. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
And Bullock will put this one through. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. All you get is a headache. All you get is a headache. 50.
Second and 9 now. That one complete to Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Second and 4. Completes it to Davis. And some room to roam now. A big play here for Dallas. 51 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, but they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The kick by Marr is good. These two teams all tied after 1. Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Set, ready, 60 yards.
Bandit.
Now this time Locke will throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Danny.
Let go.
To throw on 3rd down. Locke. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Lindsey. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Denver has the first down, the play going for 15 yards.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
6-6, bullet pop.
Clock now on 1st down. Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Shotgun snap and a give to Lindsey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Yeah.
From the 16, Locke. Open man here is Hamilton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Deshaun Hamilton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike 58, right there.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's caught by Davis. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Mike 51. I'm going back to you. Back to you.
Check 13. Check 13.
51 to Mike, boy. 51.
They'll look to throw here. Uncorks one for Davis. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. Crunch.
2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Eluding the pressure right. Looking right sideline, that's complete. That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Throwing now is Locke. This is the tight end Fant. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Check. Check out, bro. Hot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flushed out right. He's going to look end zone here for Cooper. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Cooper was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Come on, QB, come on. Undercover. Mike 42,
back to throw here. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw now on the final play. He wants it all for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Fielded about a yard deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Charlie! You did it!
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Block now to throw. Gets it off to Freeman. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Get that quarterback, D-line! D-line, get that quarterback!
Let's go, hey. Go, Mike, let's go. Me and you all day. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
You better break time! Check 4!
On play action, they'll throw. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. That gets intercepted.
A little bit of space there for the 1st down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges!
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play, a pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Let's go one more.
Bravo. Let's go. Deep rip.
Locke trying again after the pick six. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Locke. He's got Fuller. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That goes for a gain of 31. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw it is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Down.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Locke to throw on 2nd down. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Locke going to throw. And that will be incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now back to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Some boos coming down right now from this home crowd after that call.
Yeah, and that was because of the pass interference call, but for a second there I thought maybe they'd gotten a look at my appearance as Othello in the high school play.
You were Othello?
Not a good one, let me tell you.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
Check Mike 34. Mike 34. Bring it. Bring it.
He'll drop to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
But depending on the team, they'd call that an explosive play or a chunk play, the one that they got on the previous one. They tried to go back and get another one, didn't they?
They did, but unsuccessful on that 2nd attempt. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right, and that is incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And now the throw going to Fuller, and he's got it. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's a loss of 8 yards there to bring up 3rd. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
Locke's throw caught by Sutton. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot. Check 31, check 31.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going for the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Completes it to Davis. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 23. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. And now he'll tuck it and run. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. Well, they ran the toss, trusting he had the speed to get to the edge, and he did.
And there really wasn't any doubt about that because the scouting report told you that this guy could flat out run. When you give him a little bit of space and a chance to get there, he usually does.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
He's going to fire one deep over the middle, and that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Broncos on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. He's got his tight end Fant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
The throw over the middle taken in. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
He's back to throw. El Tasso for it, and this is going to be caught. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. To throw is Locke. Forced out to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now Locke. He's got his big tight end, Fant. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Ready. 15, run. 15, run.
Back to throw. Locke. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion. The late touchdown was only half the battle. Now they need the 2-point conversion to tie the ball game. They'll look to throw, and that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for Dallas, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss, and they'll get a chance to redeem